Hey guys, Marstinger here, bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video. And so earlier today we got another teaser posted by the JP official Twitter account. We've been waiting to see ever since the first one that I did a short video about, obviously, which was a kind of GT teaser. It showed some stuff from the LR Shadow Dragons, it showed part of the animations for the LR Super Saiyan 4s, and then that was all they showed. They didn't show anything to do with the gods or Broly, so a lot of people immediately jumped to the assumption that that meant that the anniversary was going to be GT themed. A lot of us wanted to wait and see what the next teaser was going to be. Maybe the next teaser would come out, you know, a couple of days later and would show the god stuff, and then it would kind of, we'd be looking at it from the angle more of like an anniversary recap. However, the newest one has come out today, so I'm going to play this one in the background, obviously without the sound. There's music playing in the background underneath anyway, but here we can see these are the animations from the Tech Exchange Buu, his 3 transformations, and then of course the animations here for the Int Gotenks transformations as well. Then of course we see our boy Tech Ultimate Gohan. There's the animations from Buu as well. Then we have the STR Vegito, put those earrings on, become Super Vegito. Then we have, this is the transformation for the Super Saiyan 3 Goku. And we have the You Are Number 1 from the active skill from Physical Angel Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta. So all of this, essentially, the Shadow Dragons one shows a lot less of the arc, although I suppose the Shadow Dragon arc itself is kind of short, and if you just include all the Shadow Dragons, then that basically is everything, right? But this pretty much recaps almost the entire Buu saga, just missing out the very early parts, like the first kind of fights against, I guess the only thing, it doesn't really show is like Fat Buu versus like Super Saiyan 3 Goku, right? But then we have pretty much everything going on from there. So this is pretty much a recap of almost the entire Majin Buu saga. So this does give a pretty clear indication now that the anniversary is going to be in some way split between being GT and Majin Buu saga themed. Now, one theory that I have seen, which could obviously still come to pass, is they could still be doing a recap of sorts, but where they're recapping like the major ending arcs of the show other than Super, obviously, because GT is its own thing, and whether you like it or not, it obviously does have its own popularity and its own fan base. And then the next, like in terms of canonical timeline, I mean for like real life, we all know GT isn't technically canon, but in the timeline of when the shows actually came out, the very next saga, if we're going in reverse order, would be the Buu saga. So currently we would assume that GT and Majin Buu saga are the themes, but we could see another teaser. If we see a teaser anytime within the next week that is Cell saga related, then we could expect like a Namek Saga 1 and then maybe even an OG Dragon Ball 1. Maybe they're counting down backwards from the end all the way to OG Dragon Ball, and it's still going to be an OG Dragon Ball anniversary. I know the OG DB Saga fans would be loving that idea, but realistically, I think we are more likely looking at the fact that it is GT and Majin Buu saga. The main reason for that is because the anniversary itself is pretty much due to start, or at least to start the countdown campaign, within the next like 2 weeks. So we don't really have a lot more time for them to be showing off a whole bunch of other like teasers or countdown or anything like that. So in the last video, I talked about the theory that some people had come up with, that we were going to potentially be seeing like a double Spirit Bomb anniversary, right? Because the 8 looks like 2 Spirit Bombs on top of each other, kind of, right? 2 spheres make an 8, I guess. But I actually do think that is a cool theme. I mentioned this in the last video. I'm not the biggest fan of GT, but when we look at the GT categories in the game and some of the better GT units, we do still need a lot of help for GT. And obviously Majin Buu saga, we still don't have an LR Kid Buu. We don't have like a summonable LR version of this final Spirit Bomb. Like the main one that most people are aware of is either this free-to-play one, who even with his easy A is not really the best, and then of course the 1000-day login Goku, Goku, which, depending when you started the game, like, not only does it take you 1,000 days to get him, it then takes you another 1,000 days to get his Easy A medals, and even when he got his Easy A, when the game was only 2,000 days old in total, he was already not that great. So him having a really good summonable LR in the game, I think would be really cool. And personally, I think this free-to-play blueprint is probably the best way to do it, right? Have Super Saiyan 3 Goku, give him an intro with like the classic first Super Saiyan 3 transformation, because that would look insane with the quality of animations that we have nowadays, and then obviously have an active skill after a couple of turns with whatever condition where he de-transforms into base and does the Spirit Bomb. Or, of course, you could just have kind of like, I know the Russell People's Jimmies to even mention it, but like Beast Gohan, he could have an active skill where he de-transforms and does the Spirit Bomb, and then afterwards you're just back to being Super Saiyan 3 Goku. Because I feel like that would fit better onto teams, right? Like, if you're building a team to put Super Saiyan 3 Goku on, you're bearing in mind Link's, like, Super Saiyan over in a flash instead of prepared for battle, stuff like that. And then if he changes forms, then obviously you have to kind of make sure your team is built around the fact that his links could change. So I think that would be pretty cool. Now, the only thing I will say about this is, if we are getting Spirit Bomb Goku from the end of the Majin Buu Saga, we would expect his counterpart to be a Kid Buu, which is kind of bad news for this guy, right? Because this guy came out, and he was really good when he released, but he just really didn't have a really good link partner or a really good team. And then when he finally got a 200% lead with one of the Gammas, if you want to maximize all of his links, you're still having to run him with units like the Tech Easy A Buff Buu, who's not particularly good. You can run him with the LR Buu tanks, but he needs to transform into Buuhan to actually get big bad bosses, which does give this guy a massive boost. So we've been waiting for a new really good link partner for this guy for a while. So if a new LR Kid Buu comes out, that obviously doesn't help this guy at all, because they can't link at all. So, with it being the, if we are looking at it being the end of the Buu Saga and being Spirit Bomb related, which again, we still don't know that it is, right? It could be Majin Buu Saga related, but still not be like the Spirit Bomb. So there could still be a chance that it could be like a new LR Super Vegito and then like LR Buu tanks, like already in Buuhan. Because remember, this all goes back to what they said about the anniversary not being the same characters that have been anniversary before, but you can nitpick that to say that, like, well, you know, we've had a Vegito, like Goku and Vegeta that fuse into Super Vegito, but we've never had a standalone Super Vegito. So it depends how specific they want to be with what they said about the anniversary characters. So we don't know that it's going to be Spirit Bomb Goku, but if it is, the counterpart pretty much has to be Kid Buu, which then means that this guy, even if he's then getting a new 200% team with some new Majin Buu units, this guy would then end up getting relegated to being like a floater if that new Kid Buu is actually super good. So that would be interesting to see. But looking at the Majin Buu Saga, I mean, for a lot of people, I know people poke a lot of holes in it, but the Buu Saga is a very popular saga. It is the end of Dragon Ball Z, essentially, so it does have a special place for a lot of people. A lot of people love Vegito, a lot of people love Buu, Majin Vegeta. Like, this is a very popular saga overall, right? Even though I know among some of the die-hard fans it's not considered one of the best, but there is a lot to like about the Buu Saga, and if we are getting a Buu Saga anniversary, it does give us a lot of options for some incredibly hype, like Easy A's, which I know is one of the things that people do get very excited about when it comes to these big celebrations, right? So straight away I pulled up Physical Super Vegito. People have been waiting for his Easy A. With AGL Blue Gogeta getting such a busted Easy A, I know all the Vegito stands out there are waiting with bated breath to see this guy come in and take that #1 spot as the most crazy Easy A TUR. The only thing is, they often are apprehensive about counter units, but if you look at how good Great Saiyaman 3 from the Heroes Celebration is, he is incredibly good and is a counter unit, and the amount of damage that he can dish out is pretty crazy. So this guy could definitely be very good. Remember, he already has 50% damage reduction from the normal attacks. He builds up attack with each attack received. I could easily see him getting like buffs on super and then getting attack and defense with each attack received. Throw some other stuff in there because his kit is very basic, so he could be super good. One thing I'm actually really looking forward to, and if Buu Saga is going to be a theme of the anniversary, I feel like it's the perfect time, especially because it is a dual Dokkan Fest. We got a couple of Easy A's during the last anniversary that were for 2 units, like Omega and Gogeta. is these two units right here. Super Saiyan 2 Goku and Vegeta that transform into Super Saiyan 3 and Majin Vegeta. I loved these units when they first came out. I loved running the Super Saiyan 2 team. Obviously for this guy, he would be a massive help to the Majin Vegeta, the Int Majin Vegeta team, because he's his best partner, but is a little bit outdated in the meta now. So him getting an Easy A would be insane. And then this guy, really, really good. Good buffs for all of his teams, including Super Saiyan 3. We've had some good Super Saiyan 3 buffs lately. Now we're just waiting on that LR Super Saiyan 3 Goku. I did a video about most anticipated Easy A's for this year, and I put that guy right in the middle of the thumbnail because he's one of the LRs I'm most looking forward to getting an Easy A. So check that out if you didn't see it and let me know your most wanted Easy A's for this year over there. We also have the Gotenks and the Tech Buu. I mean, they were in the video, right, to promote the anniversary. So these guys are obviously a little bit newer. By the time the anniversary comes out, they won't quite be 3 years old. But the anniversary is always the time to pull out surprising Easy A's that may seem a little bit early. So I definitely could see the potential of these guys getting an Easy A. I would definitely prefer it to be these two, but I absolutely could see these guys getting an Easy A during the anniversary. And then in terms of like LRs, like he was in the video trailer as well. Imagine this guy getting an Easy A, especially if we are getting a new Goku as the main character, or the main summonable unit, right? Because this guy revolves around having a Majin Buu Saga Goku on the team with him. And he's pretty outdated now. He was super good when he came out. I'm a big fan of this unit as a big Vegeta fan in general. This guy getting an Easy A would be absolutely insane. And another one that we've all been waiting on for quite a long time is the Go Bros. They're not technically Majin Buu Saga because obviously they're from the second Broly movie, but for some reason in Dokkan, they are considered Majin Buu Saga units. They're in the Majin Buu Saga category. So, you know, that would be a good opportunity to have another LR getting an Easy A during this celebration. So, you can see there's quite a lot they could do here. These guys are a Battlefield LR. We could get the same time, well, it's not the same time, it's the anniversary. Could get the next Prime Battle LR. I think it's out of order for him to be next, but we could get an Easy A for Buu and Barbady. Now, I didn't bring up their pages, but obviously the ultimate, like, final trump card, I guess, would be if we were to get Easy A's for STR, Super Vegito, and Physical Buu Tanks, because these guys are going to be, what, like 2.5 years old? So it definitely seems a little bit too early for them. I feel like maybe they would save them for another worldwide celebration. But the thing is, nowadays, Dokkan would rather fit the theme of the current celebration than like do units necessarily in the order that they released. So like these guys getting an Easy A, this would be on the same level of hype as when they announced that like the 4 years were getting an Easy A at the end of the anniversary. Like if we got into the final part of the anniversary and they announced that these two were getting an Easy A, like people would go absolutely insane. So I know for some people Majin Buu Saga doesn't seem like the craziest pick, but there's a lot of really good units and a lot of really good Easy A's that we could get. And like I say, personally, whilst I'm not a huge fan of GT, those units need some help, those categories need help. And so the idea of like a double Spirit Bomb anniversary is actually kind of cool to me. So let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. And what would you like to see from Majin Buu Saga themed anniversary? Do you think it is going to be GT and Majin Buu Saga, or do you think they are counting down through the sagas? Who knows? I guess we'll have to wait for further information from the official source. So let me know all your thoughts down below in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.